agricultural research information accessible to all. And we talk about truly accessible because many people think things are accessible, but when you look more deeply, they are not accessible. That's why we decided to join together. You have here 4 pages in white and one very colourful document. The 4 pages in white are the latest draft, the current thinking of where we are. I'm not going to read everything to you. You can read that while you eat. The idea here, we try to identify from the manifesto some kind of justification. Why is it important that we make knowledge and information truly accessible to all of us and all of our colleagues? You can read the details there. I'm not going to try and elaborate them all for you. We've decided to join together in a group of many organizations to work together, rather than as normal, separately. The manifesto itself is a set of principles which we hope everybody in this room can buy into and say, yes, we believe in those principles. We want to work in that direction. There's also a more draft piece of paper called a checklist, which tries to elaborate how you might seek to work towards those principles. It's very draft. So what are those principles? Well, we hope they will be as easy, for me at least, as A, B, C, and D. I don't know how that translates in other languages, but A, B, C, D is something we learn very early in my country, and we hope the principles will be as easy to learn and to work with. The idea is of a checklist. These are some principles. They are quite challenging to implement, to do, to really take forward. So what we think is that we will identify some characteristics, some goals, some tasks, some targets, some benchmarks that each of us could try to reach with our own activities. It's a behavior change that we each can try to do. We don't want to try and impose conditions or something like that, but to try and set goals and targets for ourselves. That's all I want to say, because I know you're all very hungry, and I can hear some stomachs rumbling. So I'm going to hand over to Myra from FARA, and maybe you can elaborate a little bit about how you see this from your perspective. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. I've been asked to actually give an example of how we could put it in reality, in practical terms, what this CIARD is. Is it another initiative? Is it another coin of terms or acronyms that we have to understand? But for me, I'm going to share with you in my own perspective.
Microphone, nobody can hear you.
Nobody can hear me, okay. Is it better? From 2 perspectives. FARA as a forum, and actually me as an individual leading one of the networking support functions of FARA, which is access to knowledge and technologies. But maybe not everybody knows what FARA is, which is, I'm standing here as a representative of FARA. There are a lot of FARA members here from FAO, from Ghana, and from Kenya. FARA is a forum for agricultural research in Africa, which is a member of GFAR. We are supposed to add value to national and sub-regional research organizations and initiatives. As such, we should be capable of advising our highest political body, which is the African Union, and also international organizations in advancing African agriculture. So how do we see CIARD applied in Africa to FARA as an